Ever felt that uncomfortable drift between college and true adulthood, where every traffic light seems stuck on yellow? Solanin bottles that exact moment and shakes it until the cap pops off. What makes Solanin stand out? On the surface, Solanin looks like another slice of life manga about 20-somethings in Tokyo, but Inio Asano immediately flips expectations. Instead of glamorizing city life or idealizing youth, he hands us Meiko and Taneda, two recent graduates staring down temp work, mounting bills, and existential dread. The manga refuses tidy panel layouts, letting white space linger like awkward silences, pulling you into each stalled heartbeat. Even if you usually read shonen action or glossy romance, Solanin's grounded storytelling is a palate cleanser filled with cigarette smoke, cheap beer, and the hum of fluorescent lights. Asano's willingness to slow the pace and let characters simply sit on a rooftop at dusk is precisely what grips you. Those quiet pages dare you to examine your own paused dreams, while the train tracks below keep rumbling forward without you. Characters that feel uncomfortably real. Meiko is not a manic pixie or a tragic heroine, she's just tired. Her decision to quit her dead end office job isn't heroic, it's impulsive and tinged with fear. Taneda, meanwhile, clings to a half finished song as if it's a lifeline, yet he can't muster the energy to tune his guitar. Their friends, Kato, Billy, Ai, round out a cast that feels like people you might bump into at a dusty livehouse. Endearing, petty, hopeful, and occasionally selfish. Asano sketches them with minimal lines but maximal emotional weight. One raised eyebrow or slumped shoulder says more than paragraphs of dialogue. Because the conflicts are small, paying rent, confessing love, chasing a forgotten hobby, they mirror the micro crises most of us battle daily. You're not watching superheroes conquer villains. You're witnessing regular humans negotiate with mediocrity, and that hits harder than any climactic boss fight. Themes of quarter life angst and hope. At its core, Solanin asks a brutal question: what if nothing extraordinary ever happens to you? The manga dissects the myth that passion automatically translates into success, exposing the grind behind every creative dream. Yet, amid all that melancholy, Asano never lets nihilism win. The story's emotional gravity is balanced by sly humor. Taneda's band practice disasters, Meiko's exaggerated daydreams, Kato's ludicrous fashion choices. Each laugh feels like a lungful of fresh air in a smoky room, signaling that hope isn't extinguished, merely smoldering. When tragedy eventually strikes, a twist I won't spoil, the narrative doesn't pivot to cheap melodrama. Instead, it deepens its meditation on grief, resilience, and the small communal rituals that keep us afloat. By the final chapters, Solanin turns into a love letter to ordinary courage. The courage to pick up an instrument again, to send a risky text, to watch the sunrise even when your heart is heavy. Art, music, and that bittersweet ending. Visually, Solanin is a masterclass in conveying mood. Asano alternates hyper-detailed cityscapes with almost blank backgrounds to underscore emotional isolation. Panels widen during musical performances, stretching time so you can almost hear reverb echoing off club walls. The recurring image of telephone wires cutting across the sky becomes a silent refrain about connections, some kept, some severed. Music itself functions as a parallel narrative. Lyrics scrawled in the margins hint at feelings characters can't articulate aloud. When the climactic song finally arrives, you'll swear you can hear it, even though manga is silent. The ending has divided readers because it refuses to tie every thread into a neat bow. Instead, it leaves a muted chord resonating in your chest, painful yet oddly motivating. That lingering note urges you to walk outside, take a deep breath and maybe pursue that dream you've been shelving for later. If Solanin's blend of raw honesty and gentle optimism struck a chord, smash that like button, subscribe for more deep cut manga reviews, and drop a comment about the quarter life battles you're facing or have conquered. Let's turn this channel into our own rooftop jam session.